Now, we got to get to Bannon. I don't want to do this. I don't. I hate that this keeps looking worse and worse for Bannon. I told you guys last night, there is now only 2 options for Bannon. He was picked as like the secret agent guy. Go in, get close to Epstein, help us expose this stuff, and play your role. Be the spy. That's one. The other is that he has been defrauding MAGA this whole time for his own kicks, his own power broking he's doing, and he's been sabotaging Trump from behind. These are the only options. These are the only options. There is nothing else. And so you got to see as I go through this. By the way, after last night, if anybody who watched last night's show with all the evidence I brought out, if anybody thinks there's a third option, please tell me. I'd love to hear it, but I just don't think it's possible. And after this, I believe that'll be continued. David asked, do I think Trump will can Howard Lutnick? No. Trump and Lutnick are very close. Trump will know if there's anything bad with Lutnick or if he just made his mistake. Trump will know. And so they're longtime friends. So if Trump doesn't can Lutnick, it means Lutnick's fine. And he's not going to Trump him. Can Trump undo the pardon Bannon received? No. He doesn't need to. See, Trump's playing a game with Bannon too. And let me put it this way. If Bannon is the secret agent for Trump, then the pardon, everything makes sense. Dropping the DOJ case, all that makes sense. And it's easy. It makes easy sense. But when you're looking at the Epstein stuff, when you're looking at that, plus the fact that it's mostly Bannon, people close to Bannon who are doing the most blackpilling right now. Barris, Mitchell, even Bannon himself starting to do stuff. I saw Natalie Winters tonight she was on with Mark on Two-Way, and she was very negative towards the Trump administration in very subtle ways. These are supposed to be the most pro-Trump people. Why aren't they telling the truth? If they are pro-Trump, if they are pro-MAGA, if they understand Trump as Bannon's supposed to, he's supposed to be one of the closest guys to Trump. Why aren't they telling the truth? Because I'll tell you right now, what has been the big message coming out of the White House? Stop blackpilling. The White House today released an entire paper on their website called Stop with the Panicans. They are sending out the message. Cut it out. You're hurting us. It's going to be hard with you guys doing. There's no reason at all for Bannon and all these people to be trying to tear down Trump right now. No reason at all. It doesn't help. It's turning the people. It's discouraging the people. And so if Bannon is this secret agent who's actually helping Trump and was catching Epstein, why are his people being the most discouraging place for MAGA to turn to right now? Because they're supposed to be MAGA's most trusted. Millions of people watch War Room. And all the people I know who mostly watch War Room, they're all kind of, I don't know, man. This doesn't look good. I don't know. I wish Trump, we need arrests, man. We need this. Trump needs to call out the Insurrection Act. None of it's trusting Trump at all. No, not at all. So what's really going on? All this stuff makes me not trust Bannon. I'm sorry. I got to tell you guys, I'm leaning. I'm not all the way there yet because honestly, I don't want to go there unless I have to. But I'm definitely leaning towards the fact that I think Bannon might be opposition. And it's becoming more and more likely. I'll say that. Christina Abbott says Barbara on the Promethean channel thinks Bannon's a genuine patriot. I know. I heard her say that the other day, and she said he's a patriot, but he's just wrong sometimes. That's fine. She can believe that. Or maybe she's doing that so she doesn't lose some of her audience. I don't know. But she also said that before all this stuff came out. But the Promethean Action ladies, I love them. I agree with most of what they say. Some of what they say, I disagree with. And that's okay. That's free thinking. Tom Luongo, I love 99% of what he says. Occasionally I disagree with him. I have a lot of people I listen to that are genuine patriots on the right track in the right direction, and there's still disagreements within them. I watched a wonderful podcast over the weekend with Dave Collum talking about these elites. He had so many great points. I loved it. He was tracking with so many things, the Epstein files and so much else. But then he got into a couple of things where I was like, I just can't agree with you there. So let's go through some of this stuff. Larry Summers. Yeah, that Larry Summers, the one who just got kicked out of all of his jobs, all of his, he was Harvard president, all this, his career completely ruined because of Epstein. Yeah, very close to Epstein. Bad news, okay? So, again, it might be one of those things where him calling Bannon evil is a good thing. Maybe. He said Larry Summers firmly told Epstein his wife Lisa refuses to allow Bannon at their home, labeling Bannon as evil while offering to meet Epstein alone or elsewhere needed. Now, this can mean a lot of things. It can mean that Larry Summers knew Bannon was worse. Larry Summers hated Bannon because he didn't know him and didn't know him and Epstein were friends and just thought he was the guy doing War Room, working for Trump. Maybe he hated him because of that. I don't know. There's several reasons this could be. But it's very interesting, isn't it? That this one evil guy hated the other evil guy. I got to say, like, how bad do you have to be, or how much do you got to hate somebody in order to not even see them? We see a lot of these guys that said they hated each other. They're still hanging out. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, Pam, I covered that about Elon last night. See, it says you're right. This is before a lot of this came. Yeah, it was last week they were talking about that. So, Dilly has been going after Bannon hard with this stuff coming out of Epstein, and Bannon's War Room has blocked him. You know, it's interesting because I don't know, man. Like last night, my video, Steve could say something about this. He could come out. He doesn't have to come out and say he was working for Trump trying to catch Epstein. That's fine. I don't need that. That's, if you're behind the scenes, if you're doing stuff, I don't need that from you. That's fine. But could you at least come out and say, listen, I was talking to Epstein. I was trying to get him on my side for my documentary. Use that angle. I knew he hated Trump. I was just trying to play that angle. Give me something, Steve. Give me something. You have to address this stuff. It is so overwhelming. I did an entire hour on it last night. I don't do an hour on anything, but there was so much. And now there's so much more. I'm going to be doing another 20 minutes on it because there's just too much. Steve, please, can you tell us, or are you just going to block me too? Not that you even know who I am. It'd be kind of an honor to be blocked by Steve Bannon, honestly. It'd mean they recognize me. But the point is this. Why is he doing this? This looks weak. We're all on the same team, aren't we? Aren't we all MAGA? Don't we all want our country back? America first, Trump to win? If Dilly, who's like one of the most pro-Trump guys out there, if he's calling you out, dude, why can't you just address it? Say, yeah, it sucks I'm in the files, but let me tell you why. Give us a story, Steve. What are you running from? This is, I'm sorry, this is so shady all over it. This would be easy. You don't have to say Trump sent you. Say you lied to him for your documentary so you could get close to him and expose him. Say that, Steve. That's all we need. Lie to our faces in that way, and I'll feel a whole lot better about it. But don't keep running and pretending it's not there. You, Steve Bannon, and your team right now, Natalie Winters tonight, you sent her out on two-way. You got all like Barris and Barnes and Mitchell blowing up Twitter about transparency and how they're botching all this. And you are botching it as well. That's so hypocritical. You can't address this. It's driving me nuts. And this is the reason I'm starting to think Bannon is bad. I really do. It's just too much. It's too much. Here, let's get into it. Oh, there goes my PC. I told you guys, still praying for that new PC to come in. Brian Cates breaks it down really well. Notice Bannon doing all this chummy Epstein stuff while he was publicly on the outs with Trump and the Trump family. Gets tossed out of the White House for refusing to stop orchestrating anonymous leaks. In the fake conservative news slandering Jared and Ivanka as traitors, stabbing the old man in the back. Trump told him to stop. Bannon didn't. He was thrown out of the White House and went on revenge tour. He says he remembered. Apparently, I'm only journalist that remembers the shit Bannon was eagerly telling mainstream fake news reporters about Trump and the Trump family from 17 to 19. Do people even remember when Bannon's war room was launched and who was at war with at the time? Bannon didn't hide this, especially when he's a key source for Michael Wolff's book, Fire and Fury, in the Trump White House, and the follow-up, Siege, Trump Under Fire. Michael Wolff, who was plotting with Epstein to end Trump. In the second book, Bannon predicted financial investigations of Trump would reveal Trump was just another scumbag. Oh, interesting. Second Wolff book came out in 2019. Bannon launched Bannon's War Room podcast October 2019. By the 20 election, hey, Bannon was back. Everything was fine. Big more MAGA than MAGA guy now. I watched this amazing transition unfold. Bannon crept back into MAGA, quickly elevated in a very influential role. There's a reason I've been telling you for years now. A lot of these people you're allowing to influence your views of Trump and his Dream Team cabinet for the past year are not who you think they are. What have I been telling you guys? And what have we seen? How many influencers have we seen kind of start falling over the last year? A lot. They're not who you think they are. Skip ahead. Trump knows exactly who Bannon is, never had illusions about it. By the way, unless Trump really did use Bannon as a secret agent, which doesn't make sense, honestly, it just falls apart the more we study this. But let's just say it's still a possibility. Why is Bannon not a part of this team? Doesn't that bother anybody else? Trump sure brought everybody else along this run, second term. Even Bongino got a year. Why isn't Bannon there at all? Ask yourselves these questions. If you think I'm full of crap and Bannon's a patriot, that's fine. I'm fine with you believing that. I want to believe that too. But at some point, it just doesn't add up anymore. Bannon tries to sell anonymously sourced slop stories several times a week where clueless Trump has no idea what's going on. They do this all the time. I heard Natalie Winter say it today. Oh, Trump's advisors are giving him bad. It's always his advisors because they can't say Trump's stupid. So they have to say he's listening to the wrong people. That's what they keep doing. This sows chaos, confusion, discord, and depression. The Trump base designed to do. What's Trump's counter strategy? Go himself, send his advocates to ban his affiliates, shows to talk to the base directly. So that's why there's still some good ones going to the show because Bannon can't turn them down. All right, let's keep going. Here's some actual text been coming out. In this one, he's insulting Trump's judgment. Let's see. I might have to just rely upon his breakdown because I'm realizing this is kind of hard to see on the screen. But insults Trump's judgment, calls him stupid for considering Chris Christie, which only reinforces how stupid Trump is. Bannon, quote, to think I worked this hard for 10 years to get this psycho Chris Christie running the country. He wanted David Bossie, his ally, because it would be beyond big. I would run things. Bannon trying to get a hold of the Trump White House. Outlines plan to steal the MAGA base if Trump collapses under investigations, saying the key is to hold the base together while he gets crushed without going down with the ship. That is some scary stuff. David writes, it seems like Trump doesn't trust Bannon, but since he's saying good things about Trump, Trump doesn't mind him. I disagree. I do think Trump minds it very much, but I also think Trump's smart and knows that there are several. Right now, remember, Bannon has a very loyal listenership, very loyal, and all of those people voted for Trump. 99% of them. If Trump starts calling out Steve Bannon to his face, he will lose a good portion of those people. Because right now, Bannon has sowed the seeds. He has planted the seeds that the Trump White House is screwing up. Trump is being controlled by his bad advisors, maybe a little bit too close to Israel. This is all coming out of the Bannon camp. Where's the arrests? He's taught his base to not trust Trump fully, but to trust him, and to say, well, Trump is a great guy. He's doing all this, but he's got bad advisors. He's got to stop listening to him, which also puts him in the power position. Listen to me. I'm the guy. So if Trump turns on Bannon publicly, Bannon can come out and say, he's listening to his advisors. We've lost Trump. We're going to fight back. And all of a sudden, Trump loses way more of his base. So Trump can't do it. He can't. But what he can do is release the Epstein files. Remember that Q post I already shared tonight. People can't be told, they must be shown. And that's what's happening right now. Pam writes, Bannon wanted Elon out from the beginning. Maybe Elon knew the truth. I think that's exactly part of it. Flynn and Roger Stone, just as bad. I am not a truster of Flynn or Roger Stone. I'll say that right now. There's, we'll talk about that another time. So anyways, let's keep going. This one's pretty crazy. So this is, the blue is Epstein. This is Bannon, the gray. Epstein writes, Bannon says, Rudy part of 2. So Rudy Giuliani. Ivanka, your nemesis. That's Trump's daughter. His daughter. He's calling him his nemesis. Jared and Junior timing. So that's Jared and Dawn. Steve Bannon, they are the intervention. Epstein, no serious group. All realize crisis and worried, understand players. Smart, says Bannon. And he writes, it includes the guys he talks to normally. As usual, he doesn't realize they also talk to each other, saying one thing to another thing to ... Motivation, I'm told, is good for us, but bad for the country. Brennan's description of drunk with power seems, I think, APT, appropriate. John Brennan, CIA guy, director under Obama, Russia. Epstein saying Brennan was right. He believes smarter. This is talking about Trump. He believes he's smarter than all of them combined. That is his issue. Unfortunately, he might be right. Bannon replies, he is, and he's still a moron. Lefrak, Roth, etc., never listen to that crew. Agreed reason he fears you. Trump fears him. Steve Bannon writes back, yep. And he thought who he would listen to seriously. So now they're trying to figure out, how can we influence Trump? Ken Starr, Kissinger, Hannity, Barack, writes Bannon. Nope. Like you, Barack called him crazy. In the doghouse ever since Rick Gates. Crazy stuff. Was Hannity controlled opposition? I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. Hannity is a total shill, old school Republican. He is in with the old school Republicans. I mean, he basically runs Fox News. Here's some more. Bannon, K. To Epstein, sends a link. CNBC, Trump's face. Surprise, surprise. Gomer. Question over. Jeffrey Epstein, he has not testified yet. The noose is getting tight. And then Bannon's last thing, I canceled my Hannity hit tonight. He was going on Hannity to do a hit piece on Trump. Canceled it. I don't understand why, but Epstein, the noose is tightening. It's clear they were plotting against Trump this whole time. This is wild stuff. How close were they? Well, here's Bannon. Thanks again to Epstein. Really terrific day. To which Epstein replies, we should do more fun things. What kind of fun things was Jeffrey Epstein doing? Obviously, they were doing something together. I don't know if it had anything to do with acid. Remember the story from last night with Steve Bannon? Epstein revealed in Epstein Files today that Epstein ordered 330 gallons of sulfuric acid. I'm sorry, but I don't know anybody other than cleaning a toilet has really used acid in their life. I throw a little bit in my pool from time to time, but 330 gallons, and then Bannon's house, it's found in the tub. How much does that take to fill up a tub? So you have two men, buddies, hanging out, both have connections to large amounts of acid. This is crazy stuff. Where are you headed, DC? My house is a small compound right behind Supreme Court that acts as a great base. Is Bannon. Cool. Sends him another story. Blah, blah, blah. Just weird how they talk to each other. So strange. And then there's this. This is nuts. Bannon and Epstein plotting to remove DOJ protections to bring criminal charges against Trump during his presidency. New released Epstein. Now, this is the kind of thing, guys, like if Bannon was behind the scenes guy going after Epstein, I mean, why get into the details of something that could actually hurt Trump, that they actually could use by influencing people up on Capitol Hill? I mean, this stuff's crazy. 2018 text exchange where the idea of having DOJ's Office of Legal Counsel withdraw its longstanding memo prohibiting the indictment of a sitting president. Epstein compares it directly how Bush-era OLC members on torture were rescinded by Steve Bradbury in 2009. Epstein jokes about memos, about John Hughes' famous torture authorization. Epstein pushes further, noting Rosenstein can do the same. Brainstorming session happened post-Bannon's White House exit after being ousted during his feud with Trump, suggesting an effort to strip away the immunity shield from Trump among the Mueller investigation. And it's just crazy stuff, guys. And MJ Truth has seen so much now. He's saying, what are your thoughts? Mine are not so good. Was he a mole or in cahoots? But I mean, at this time, I mean, with all this evidence, man, I don't, again, Steve, if you're listening, if you ever watch my little show here, we need answers, bro. We need answers. Give us something. 'Cause this is getting crazy. It absolutely is. Anyways. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Put it in the comments, your thoughts on all this. Who thinks, does anybody still have any faith in Steve Bannon after this?